Welcome to the AFR Saints channel, where we provide you daily content on your favorite team, the New Orleans Saints. Do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to leave your comments below and smash that like button. Who dat? So on Friday, Shedeur Sanders had his pro day at Colorado. After his pro day, Shedeur Sanders, in no uncertain terms, said what he thought of teams that would choose not to pick him in the NFL draft.
All I need is opportunity. Simple. Whatever franchise want to change their franchise, then there's no doubt who to go with. I've done it over and over and over, so you'll be a fool not to pick me.
Woo! I love that so much. You know what? Mel Kiper agrees. Mel Kiper, when he was talking on Get Up on Tuesday, the day that his latest 2-round mock draft was released, Mel Kiper talked about who he's had as QB1 on his board from jump.
He's my QB1. I've had him that way pretty much all year. Have not changed. Not pretty much. All year it's been Shedeur Sanders for me. Others now are critical. They're wondering what kind of NFL quarterback can he. Why? Because he doesn't have the great arm. He's not going to run a 4.6, and he's not 6'4". But when you talk about what Tom Brady was able to do in the NFL, Shedeur Sanders will go about his business the same exact way at 6'1.5", 212. So for me, New Orleans, ideal fit.
By the way, have we mentioned the fact that Shedeur Sanders trains with Tom Brady too? Listen, I've been banging the Shedeur Sanders drum for a while. If the Saints don't draft him, I'm not going to be heartbroken. If he's there at 9, they take him, I'll be pumped. I mean, I've been very clear. When you're as bad as the Saints are and you need everything, I'm going to be okay with whatever they do at 9, except there's 2 scenarios I'll not be okay with. One is drafting a running back, and it's not that I don't think Ashton Genty's a good player. It's that when you're the Saints, you're nowhere close to competing, and no position deteriorates and depreciates faster than running back, you're not going to be a contender while Genty's on your roster. There's no sense in drafting him. And by the way, your offensive line stinks. So that's 1. And 2 is trading up. Those are the 2 things from 9. Those are the 2 things I'm not okay with. You want to take best available at 9, come back in at the end of round 1 to take a quarterback? Okay. Like, I'd be good with that. But Mel Kiper, in his latest mock draft, does in fact have the New Orleans Saints with the 9th pick taking Colorado quarterback Shedeur Sanders. And he notes that if the Sanders do not go to the Giants, there aren't a lot of landing spots for him in the top 10. He could slide. Maybe a team could trade up for him. Maybe the Saints, who have 9 picks, could trade back into round 1 for Sanders somewhere along the way. There's a lot of ways that could happen. Listen, I have been pretty consistent here with my thoughts on Shedeur Sanders. There's a lot. He checks a lot of boxes. He has been a winning quarterback. He was one of the most accurate quarterbacks in college football, completing 74% of his passes this past season. He took Colorado from 1 win to 4 wins to 9 wins. He did it with no semblance of a defense and getting the holy hell kicked out of him every single game. No quarterback in 2023 was sacked more than Shedeur Sanders. And you never heard him calling out his linemen or anything like that. Oh, by the way, he's also rich and famous. You always wonder what's going to happen with a guy when he gets to the NFL and has fame and money. Well, Shedeur Sanders had fame and money his whole life, certainly his college career. Don't really worry about it. So I think he checks a ton of boxes. I'd be pumped if they drafted him. By the way, here was Mel Kiper walking through the scenario of how Shedeur Sanders could be there on the board at 9 for New Orleans.
Yeah, first of all, Cleveland and the Giants getting the best players in the draft at 2 and 3. That would be Travis Hunter and Abdul Carter, passing on the quarterback there with Cam Ward going number 1. That gets Shedeur down to New Orleans. Remember, I had Shedeur going 3 and then Jackson Dart at 9. So really what I'm talking about here is the Saints' new head coach, Kellen Moore. Dome team. Atlanta's in a dome. Carolina, Tampa Bay, good weather. Shedeur Sanders, I think, would be ideal. It would be a perfect fit going to New Orleans and be able to get that going. When the head coach comes in, he wants to handpick his quarterback.
I'm good with drafting a quarterback. And I think some of the pushback that I've had from Saints fans about the possibility of Shedeur, and by the way, like, I want to be really clear here. I'm not pounding the table saying this guy is going to change your organization. You got to take him at 9. I'm not pounding the table insisting that. But if they go through their scouting and their evaluation and they do love him and he's there at 9 and you take him, I'd be excited about that. I'm not sure I believe they're going to do it because the New Orleans Saints have been in existence since 1967, and they've used a first-round pick on a quarterback one time. You know that. We've been through it. It's one of those things like when people say, well, maybe they'll trade back. Mickey Loomis has been the GM for a quarter century. You know how many times he's traded back? Never! Why do you think he's going to start now? It's not in his DNA. It just ain't what he does. Oh, he'll package picks and move up, but he ain't moving back. So it's like until you see it, will you really believe it? I'll believe it when I see it sort of thing. But here's the thing about Sanders or any quarterback. Yes, of course there is risk at that position. For me, it's all about managing risk. it's why I keep saying, like, comparing the late round picks at quarterback to the nickel slots. You have low risk and a potential high reward if you hit, like Dak in round 4, or Cousins in round 5, or Brady in round 6, or Purdy in round 7, Russ in round 3, which is a little bit more of a risk with round 3, but still. Point being, like, I can tolerate, like, if you want to take Quinn Ewers as an late day 2, early day 3, sure, I'm pumped about that. Jackson Dart at 9, I'm not so excited. Want to take the best player on the board at 9 and then Dart at 40? Great, I'm good with that. So I'm not, like, insisting they got to take Shedeur because he's a transcendent player. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I'm good taking him at 9 and taking that risk on a first-round quarterback, because one thing you know about the NFL is you're not winning at an elite level without an elite quarterback. And the Saints have had an elite quarterback once in their history. And there's a direct correlation to their unwillingness to draft a quarterback and their inability to have an elite quarterback. So if you draft a quarterback in the first round, you at least give yourself an opportunity. And yes, of course there's a massive risk. Like, let's do this. I went back and I wrote down every first-round pick at quarterback in the last 15 drafts. So going all the way back to 2010. This is every quarterback that's gone in round 1. Let's see if we can get consensus here in the room. We're just going to say, is this a hit or a bust? Okay. Probably early to tell on last year, but like Caleb Williams, probably early to tell.
Too early.
Jaden, clearly. I mean, we'd say hit, but at the same time, RG3 was a rookie of the year. Yep. And then bust. So let's just say this class is TBD.
Inconclusive.
Okay? All right. Yeah. But I think we can start with 2023 and we can start making answers. Like Bryce Young,
miss.
That's a miss. CJ Stroud,
hit.
That's a hit. Anthony Richardson,
miss.
That's a miss. Okay. 22 was Kenny Pickett.
Miss.
That's a miss. Trevor Lawrence, he's gotten a second contract. He's gotten you to an AFC Championship game. He's a good starting quarterback. Zach Wilson, you'll understand how it goes. Miss.
Yeah.
Trey Lance is a miss. Fields is a miss.
Miss.
Mac Jones is a miss. Okay. 2020 was Burrow, which is a hit. Tua, I think we'd all agree is a hit. He's a good starting. He's had concussion issues, but that's not that he can't play. Herbert is a hit. Jordan Love is a hit.
Yes.
Okay. 2019, Kyler Murray.
Hit.
He's a starting quarterback in the NFL. He got to the second contract. Daniel Jones.
Miss.
Dwayne Haskins, rest in peace. Miss.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield.
Hit.
I don't know that I can say he's a hit.
Not with the team that drafted him.
With the team that drafted him.
Okay, not with the team that drafted him.
He's a starter now in
fair.
the NFL, but he wasn't in Cleveland. That's got to be a miss for Cleveland. Sam Darnold. I mean, let's just put like a question mark by Baker then.
For the team that drafted him, I would agree miss.
Okay, then miss. Sam Darnold, miss. Josh Allen's a hit.
Yes.
Josh Rosen.
That's a miss.
He's free!
He's free!
Lamar Jackson, I think that's worked out pretty well. Okay. Mitchell Trubisky was the first quarterback taken in 2017.
Miss.
Right. Patrick Mahomes.
That's a hit. Yeah, it worked out.
I would say Deshaun Watson is a hit as well because he was on the trajectory to be great. It's off the field stuff that's led him astray, not his play. And then injuries in Cleveland.
And for the team that drafted him as well.
Jared Goff.
I'd say a hit.
Okay, I'm with it.
I would say a hit.
He got the Rams to a Super Bowl. He got the Rams to a Super Bowl.
Like he's a hit.
Carson Wentz.
Miss.
Paxton Lynch. Miss. Jameis. Miss. Mariota. Miss. Bortles.
Miss.
Manziel.
Miss.
Teddy Bridgewater.
Miss.
EJ Manuel.
Miss.
Andrew Luck. Hit.
Yeah, hit.
RG3.
Miss.
Ryan Tannehill. Do we give him a... He became a starter for Tennessee.
Yeah. Got him to an AFC championship, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say
a hit.
Oh, wait. Was he drafted by Tennessee or Miami?
Miami.
He was drafted by
Okay.
Miami, then went to Tennessee.
Then missed for the team
Yeah.
that drafted
Yeah,
him,
yeah.
but he ended up being okay.
Yeah. Cam was a hit.
Yeah.
Jake Locker,
That's a miss.
Blaine Gabbert,
That's a miss.
Christian Ponder,
That
Big
good Lord, that's a
right?
miss.
Sam Bradford was a hit.
Yeah.
Tim Tebow's a miss. That's every first-round quarterback dating back to 2010. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 47 quarterbacks have gone in the first round in the last 15 drafts. We're not counting last year's 6, so we're counting 41. Okay, of the 41 quarterbacks that have gone in the first round in the last 15 drafts, we're counting Stroud, Lawrence, Burrow, Tua, Herbert, Love, Kyler, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Mahomes, Deshaun Watson, Goff, Andrew Luck, Cam Newton, Sam Bradford. 15. What's that math? What's 15 divided by 41?
15.
Hey, Siri, what's 15 divided by 41? Siri didn't pay attention to me.
36. 36%.
You got about a 1 out of 3 shot. Or you got about a 1 out of 3 shot. Fair?
Yep.
It's about a 1/3 shot that you hit. Takes a Shedeur at 9, probably about a 66% chance you're going to miss, given these numbers. About a 1/3 shot is going to hit. Now, we could probably pare that down more to like, what about guys that went 1 overall or top 5 as opposed to someone like Pickett or Tebow that were later, top 10 guys. I'm sure you can have a higher hit rate, but there's plenty of Zach Wilson and Trey Lance and Sam Darnold and Mitchell Trubisky and Carson Wentz. There's plenty of those. Mario, there's plenty of those guys out there. So, yeah, I mean, it's a giant risk. But if you go up to the plate and you don't swing the bat, you have no chance of getting a hit. You've got to be willing to not go up there just trying to walk. You got to be willing to swing the bat. So, damn it, swing the bat. You've done it once in your franchise's history. Don't be afraid of the miss. Embrace the possibility of the hit. What if you land C.J. Stroud? What if you do land Jaden Daniels? What if you do land Trevor Lawrence or Tua or Joe Burrow or Andrew Luck or Lamar Jackson? Yeah, it's worth the cut. What's the worst thing that could happen? You go 5-12 like you did with Derek Carr? Take your shot. Quit living scared. It's why you sucked for 60 years. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact. And be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.